I'm here both on YouTube and TikTok to go live with yoga this morning. Today is it's actually day 13 of the Challenge Yourself uh, 30-day yoga practice with Charlie Follows. This is a 30-minute handstand yoga flow, so this should be interesting. I will tell you, I don't know how Charlie gets into handstands, but I get into handstands the way that it's comfortable for me, and I get into headstands the way that is comfortable for me. So I'm not sure if doing a handstand Charlie's way is going to be a challenge or not. It probably is. She always gives me challenges. Anyway, I thank you guys for being here. For those of you that are on TikTok, if you could help me achieve my goal for the day, I'd appreciate it. If you would share the live, follow me, and help me with bring up my likes on this. I'd appreciate it very much. If you follow me, you'll actually see on my profile a link to my YouTube channel. So if you want to follow me there, I go live every morning both on TikTok and on YouTube, and I post my content on both sites. But you guys can check me out in both places. I'd appreciate it if you would. I'm trying to build my following. We don't know if TikTok is going to be around for very much longer, so I definitely want to be able to build up my community on YouTube. So if you can help me out, I'd appreciate that very much. Just a little bit about myself before I get started. I am a former fat girl. About 10 years ago, I weighed 280 pounds, and I just kind of woke up one day and I'm like, what have I done to myself? So I made a commitment to lose the weight. I lost about 140 pounds in a period of about a year. I gained some weight back over time, and then realized that, it's not just about losing the weight, but it's about a complete transformation that I needed in terms of the way that I thought about things, the way that I reacted to things, the way that I saw myself, all that. So I've been working on me and been very intentional about the things that I do to nurture my kind of spiritual wellness, my mental wellness, my physical wellness. And since I have been doing that intentionally, I have lost a lot of the weight that I had gained back. My goal is really just to live my best life and to be the best version of myself that I can be. So the best version of myself in terms of how I think, how I speak, how I act, how I treat myself, how I treat others, how I feel about myself and my body, how I carry myself, all those things. So I'm working on me. I'm a work in progress. I set intentions intentionally to do yoga each and every day because I think that it's wonderful for me. It helps me in all those aspects. It helps me with mindfulness. It helps me, find peace and tranquility, and to be able to just appreciate the here and now. It helps me with my building strength and stability, mobility, flexibility, all those things that are great for me. So I make it a part of my day each and every day, along with some other things which I won't go into. But I'm a big fan of yoga, and as a part of my intention to do it every day and to hold myself accountable, I go live. And it's also to share with people what I think the benefits are, and to kind of demonstrate that, hey, if I can do it, you can do it too. And if you go to my profile on TikTok, you will see, I think I have pinned where I used to be when I was like 280 pounds. So it really has been a big transformation, and yoga has been a part of that. So I encourage people to do it. I am just a practitioner of yoga. I've been doing yoga for about 4 years, but I follow a number of different certified yoga instructors on YouTube that I think are just fabulous, and Charlie Follows is one of those, and that's who we are working with in this 30-day challenge. So that's me. That's my intro. I do yoga every single day, so Monday through Friday, around about 6:30 a.m. I'm here doing yoga. On the weekends, I'm here 6 a.m. on Saturday, 5:45 a.m. on Sunday at Central Standard Time. So I invite you all to come back and do yoga with me each and every day. I'm telling you, when you get into it and you get hooked and you start doing it, your body is gonna thank you later. Trust me when I tell you this. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this practice. Um, I normally do my warm up of a handstand, a back bend, and a headstand before I get started with the actual yoga practice. So I'm going to do that. While I do that, encourage you guys to get your mat. If you have some blocks, that would be great. Some blankets. You know, it's nice to have props nearby should you need them. Um, all right, well, let me get started. Hopefully you guys will join me. Again, you know, I appreciate the likes, the follows, the subscribes, the shares. You know, if you can help me reach my goals, that would be fabulous. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you in advance. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Be sure to say hello and good morning in the chat. Leave any comments, ask any questions. I'll get back to you later, you know, if you do need a response. But welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here, and I hope you'll do this yoga practice with me. Let's get started. All right. Before we get started, I will just tell you with yoga, whenever it's any type of balancing that you have to do, you might fall out. So I like about yoga, you can make it your own. So if you fall out of a pose, don't worry about it. If there's something that's too difficult for you and you need to modify to make it more comfortable, easier for you, you're free to do that. That's what we encourage you to do. Um, Uh, Yoga is all about progress, not perfection. So just give it a try. And whatever it is that you're able to accomplish, pat yourself on the back and then get up in the morning, get on the mat again, and try again. I'm telling you, yoga works wonders. All right, let's get started. And 1, 2, 3, here we go.
Welcome. Let's start with some wrist prep. So find a tabletop position. Spread your fingers wide, push the floor away, and then tuck your toes and lift your knees so they're just hovering off the mat. From here, start to rock side to side. Keep pressing through your fingertips and your knuckle beds as you shift your weight from side to side. And then turn your hands so your fingers face the edges of your mat. And again, shift side to side. Keep your knees off the mat. Keep pushing the floor away as you move. Good. Then bring your hands back through center. Start to travel through a figure of 8. See if you can keep your knees as low as possible. Move through this a few more times. 2 more to go. Last one. And then you can lower those knees down, untuck your toes, sit all the way back on your heels. Then flip both hands so the top of the hands are down. You can bring your hands fairly close to your body to make it easier. If you want to make this a little harder, you can edge your knees further away. Start to lean your weight back and you'll begin to feel that stretch intensifies down the front of your wrist and your forearm. Keep spreading your fingers wide here. Press your nail beds into the mat. So you're really pushing the floor away. And then take a few moments just to regulate your breath. Nice deep inhales, smooth exhales. Nice. Sit all the way back as you peel your hands off the mat and then bring the backs of your hands together like so. And you're going to spin your hands so your fingers face you and then just keep spinning them up, close the hands together and open them apart. Bring the backs together and keep spinning in this way. So it's a lot more confusing to talk you through than it is to actually do yourself. So you'll start to find flow with this movement. And as you do, you can start to pick up the pace. And then you can reverse, going in the other direction. Just a few more times. And then let's finish our wrist prep, just shaking out your hands all together as if you were drying your hands. So just flicking the water off your fingertips. Good. Come back into your tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your knees just like before. Then swing your knees to the right and twist your whole body to the right. Swing your knees to the left and twist left. Stay as low as you can whilst you keep moving through this. And you can find a little bouncing action as you transition from side to side so you make it a little bit more dynamic. As we want to get your body really warm, ready for this class. So keep moving a little bit quicker. Good. And then coming back through tabletop, lift your hips, find downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs a few times here. And start to regulate your breath. Good. And settle in, find stillness, press through your hands, press through your feet. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And an audible breath out through your mouth. 2 more of these. Inhale deeply. Exhale to let it go. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Look forwards and then ripple forwards into a high plank. So you may need to just edge your feet back a little bit. Then very slowly on your inhale, shift forward, send your shoulders past your wrists. Exhale, bend your elbows lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, push back up, high plank. And then back to downward facing dog. So that's the sequence now. Try to move with your breath. Inhale, ripple forwards. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale here. Exhale, push back up to plank. And back to downward facing dog. Keep it going. Move at your own pace. You don't have to move as quickly as me, or you may even go slower than me. Go 2 more, so we will have done 5 in total. Whew. Really challenging to press back up from that chaturanga, so stay with me. Final one of these. Whew. And then meet you back in downward facing dog. Nice. Give yourself a moment just to reset. Good. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit now. So look in between your hands and step your right foot to outside right hand. Lower your back knee down into a lunge. And step back to downward dog. Left foot steps to outside left hand. Lower the back knee down. Lunge. And back. Keep moving through this sequence. Start to pick up the pace. See how far you can step that foot forwards. So you're trying to challenge yourself each time a little bit more. Ooh, keep it flowing. 2 more. Last one. Good. Back to downward facing dog. And in your downward dog, step your feet together, look in between your hands, keep your gaze there. That's the direction we want to go in, so we want to look forwards. Then lift your heels and bend your knees. And just practice bending your knees, so you're almost sitting back on your heels, and then straightening your legs and pressing yourself forwards. So bend, shift back, straighten, shift forwards. Keep practicing this movement a few times. Think of it as charging your legs up. So you're getting ready to eventually jump forwards. Okay, last one. Now, on your inhale, straighten your legs, shift forwards. As you exhale, bend your knees, and then jump to forward fold. Take a deep exhale here in your fold, let it all go. Let your head and neck relax. Then lifting halfway, inhale. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. We're going to move through that a few more times. So feet together, look forwards. Inhale, shift forwards. Exhale, knees bend and jump. Forward folds. Take a moment in your fold, let your torso hang heavy. And inhale, lift the chest, lengthen your back. Exhale, step back to downward facing. 2 more of these to go. Move with your breath. Inhale, pick up your heels as you shift forwards. Exhale, bend your knees, get that hammer, and then jump. Take a moment in your fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, downward dog. Last one of these. Move at the pace of your own breath. Really try to find that synchronization between movement and breath. Good. Inhale, lengthen your back. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Good. Set your feet hips width and downward facing. On an inhale, lift the right leg high. Keep that leg in the air. Keep driving the leg high. Use your strength to hold the leg up. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your exhale, bring knee to nose. Inhale, lift the leg back up. Exhale, knee to nose. 3 more of these. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it in. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, in. Last one. Inhale, lift. Keep that leg up. Look forwards. And lift your left heel bend the knee, and you're gonna hop your left foot forwards. And then take your hands off the mat, come into warrior three. Nice. Take a moment to get steady, so focus your gaze on one spot. Good. Start to bend the lifted leg, come through to a standing position. And you can either keep the knee bent and take a hold of the outside of the knee with the left hand, or you can straighten the leg and take a hold of the outside of the foot. And reaching your right arm back, slowly start to turn your chest, turn your gaze to look to the right. Hold it here. Good. Now release. Come back through to that warrior three. So use your control as you transition. Then plant your hands. You can bend your left foot to make it easier. And hop that left foot back. Three-legged downward dog. Good. Lower the right foot down. Let's go through that on the left side now. So lift your left leg high. Hold it here. Use your strength to keep that leg lifted. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. On your exhale, bring knee to nose. Inhale, lift it up. 4 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Lift the leg back up. Look forwards. Lift your right heel, bend the knee, and hop your right foot forwards. Take your hands off the mat. Warrior three. Keep your gaze down to help with the balance. Find that T shape with your body. Good. And bending that lifted leg, come through to a standing balance. And again, you can either bring right hand to outside of left knee, or you could straighten the leg, catch the foot. Reach the left arm back, start to turn your chest left. Take your gaze with it when you feel steady. Good. Coming back through to that warrior three with control. Don't worry if you wobble out, I always do. As you find your warrior three, plant hands back down, and then jump that right foot back into three-legged down dog. Lower your left foot down. You can pedal out the legs here if they're feeling a little bit tired. Take a moment to reset. Good. We're going to add on to that sequence now. So this time, lift your right leg high. Inhale. As you exhale, bring knee to nose. Inhale, lift the leg back up, look forwards. Hop your left foot forward. See if you can come up into a little handstand on the way. Coming back through to your warrior three. Good. Slowly lower your back foot down. Reach your arms up. High lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands. Lift your back leg up. Jump your front foot back to three-legged down dog. Good. Second side. So lower your right foot down. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift the leg high, look forwards. Hop your right foot forward. See if you can come up into a little handstand on the way. And finding warrior three. Get steady for a moment. And then lower that back leg down. Reach your arms up. High lunge. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands down. Lift your back leg up. And then jump your front foot back. Three-legged down dog. Lower your left foot down. Let's move through that one more time so you get really into the flow. Lift your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift the leg up, look forwards and jump. Come through to your warrior three. Lower that back foot down. Arms up, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, lift your back leg, and jump back. Three-legged downward dog. Switch legs, so right foot comes down, left leg lifts up. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift the leg up, look forwards. Exhale and jump. Come through to your warrior three. Lower that back foot down, arms up, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands down, lift your back leg up. Jump back, three-legged downward dog. Good. Lower that left foot down. Pedal out your legs. Take a moment to reset. Good. And step your feet together in downward dog. Lift your left leg high and open the hip. And start to sweep your left leg out to the left side. Then start to sweep it forwards. Plant the foot on the outside of your left hand. Then you can lower your back knee down. Settle into lizard lunge here. And if your breath is feeling like it's picked up a bit of a pace, you can start to slow it down now. Give yourself a chance to re-energize in between sequences. Good, and tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, open out your back foot to find Skandasana. You can use your hands for stabilizers here. Don't worry if you're feeling a little off balance. If you can hold it without, then I recommend hands in prep. Keep your chest open, keep pressing both feet into the mat. Good. Then you can use your hands for this next part. Sit down. Then let your left knee draw down towards the mat. Start to turn your body to face your right leg. And then you'll fold over your right leg. Try to keep your chest lifted so you're folding from your hips and you're trying to compress your belly towards your thigh. So that is the focus here, is finding that compression. Deepen your breath. Keep your right foot flexed so the muscles in the right leg are active. Good, and sit yourself back up. Lift your left knee back up. And again, you can use your hands. Shift your weight into your feet to pick up your hips into Skandasana. And walk your hands forwards, step it back to downward facing dog. We'll move through that on the other side. So start by lifting your right leg high, open out the hip. And sweep right leg out to right side. Start to sweep it forwards and plant the foot on the outside of your right hand. Lower your back knee down. And really take your time to settle into this lizard. So we want to really get to that delicious part of the stretch. So no need to rush it. Just let that space become available and then move into it when it does. Good. And pick up your back knee, open out your back foot. Start to sink your hips to the right heel as you find Skandasana. And this side may be more or less challenging, so decide what you want to do with your hands based on how the pose is on this side. Keep your chest open, keep pressing the feet into the floor. Good, you can use your hands as you sit down. Let your right knee draw down to the mat, turn your body to face your left leg, flex the foot. Then hinging from your hips, fold forwards. Try to bring your belly towards your thighs, so keep your chest up. Let the fold happen from the hinge of the hips. And then start to deepen your breath, especially if this is quite an uncomfortable position. Use your breath to work through that discomfort. 2 more breaths here. Good. And lift up. Lift the right knee back up. And you can use your hands as you shift your weight into your feet. Lift your hips. And come back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, look forwards, and you can take baby steps to walk the feet towards the hands to come into forward fold. Good, and find a bend in your knees, bring your hands to your hips, and lift your chest halfway. And keep bending your knees as if you're sitting down in a chair, and rest your belly against your thighs. So again, you're looking for that compression. Try to maintain that, and then bring your hands to hold the back of your heels. Keeping your belly pressed into your thighs, start to straighten the legs. Go a little bit at a time. Keep that connection between belly and thighs. As soon as you lose it, you've reached your edge, so stay where you still feel that connection. If you can straighten the legs all the way, go ahead, and then tuck your chin into your chest, relax your neck. Keep holding it here. Maintain that compression. Wonderful. You can rebend your knees, release the hold of the back of your heels. And then walk yourself so you're at the very back of your mat. We're going to move through some little press walks. So you want to be able to put your hands on the mat. So bend your knees if that makes that easier. Try to find that compression before you move. Then start to lift your heels. Shift your weight into your hands. Come right up onto your tiptoes. And see if you can bring your feet forward. So it's like a little jump, but we're trying to find that lift by pushing the floor away instead of jumping. So walk the whole length of your mat. Go really slow. Push the floor away. Come right up onto your tiptoes. Shift your weight forwards. And see if you can move your feet. Keep it going. Okay. Once you get to the end of your mat, walk all the way back. And this time, we're going to add in the lift of one of your legs. So come back to that first position, hands on the mat, feet on the mat. Then this time, as you shift forwards, lift your left leg, kind of like you're in a fire hydrant position, and see if you can shift forwards, and the right foot will hop. And replace both feet, so you're resetting. Set yourself up as you shift forwards, lift the left leg, and little hop. Keep walking the length of your mat. Push the floor away as you shift forwards. Good. When you get to the end of your mat, walk all the way back, and we'll do the same on the right side. Whew. One side is always harder than the other, so be kind with yourself. Okay, last one. Nice. Then come and find a kneeling position. We're going to do a quick reset just for the wrists. So bring the tops of the hands down, fingers facing one another, then push the floor away. So arms are fully extended. And then you can bend your elbows, lower your chest towards the ground. And extend your arms, push the floor away. And keep moving through this a few more times. Good. Okay. When you're ready, you can take your hands away. Come back to a downward facing dog. And step your feet together in downward facing dog. And pretty similar to the way we jumped into a forward fold, this time we're going to jump into a malasana. So on your inhale, pick up your heels, look forwards and shift forwards. On your exhale, bend the knees, shift back, and then jump feet to outsides of hands. Sit your hips down in your malasana. You can take as much time here as you need to. And then when you're ready, step it back to downward dog. We're going to go 4 more of these. So really feel that flow of the breath. Inhale, you shift forwards. Exhale, you shift back and then jump. See if you can pick your hips up a little bit, get some handstand time. And then come back, downward facing. Okay, 3 more. Last 2. And last 1. And then take a moment in your malasana. You can rock side to side. Good, and then straighten your legs, find a wide forward fold, take a hold of opposite elbows, and rock it side to side in your ragdoll. Good. When you're ready, plant your hands, come into a tabletop position. And from your tabletop, you can sit back on your heels, find a kneeling position. And we've done a lot of work for the rest of the upper body, so we're going to spend a little time just to stretch out your shoulders. So start by bringing the right arm in front of your chest, and then the left hand comes underneath and holds onto the shoulder. Now you're just gently going to draw the arm out to the side. It's a very subtle stretch. So you may feel like, oh, I don't feel this too much, but it is subtle. If you want to increase it, tilt your head to the left, and you get a nice stretch for the right side of the neck. And then start to slow down your breathing as we begin to shift to a different kind of energy now, slowing down the practice. Good, and lift your head, let's switch arms. So left arm comes in front of the chest, right hand takes a hold of the shoulder, gently guide the arm all the way over to the right side. And you can tilt your head to the right also. Option to close down your eyes now, just savoring the final few minutes of this practice. Good, okay, release, and last one, breathe. So it comes to the left side of your low back. Or if the arm can come all the way around the side, the fingers may just come around the side of your torso. And press the left hand into the right. Tilt your head to the right. Keep that pressure as you press your hands together. Keep tilting your head to the right. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can keep your hands together, but just switch them, bring them to the right side, tilt your head left. Keep pressing the hands together. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, release. You are done. That completes the end of today's class. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that even if you are a beginner, when it comes to handstands, that you still got some enjoyment out of it. You still managed to get some time on your hands. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you for the next one. Namaste.
sweating. That was a workout for sure. All that bouncing up and down, it does a lot on you. You know, I do handstands every day, so I'm always going up real quick, and I don't even pay attention to how much energy it takes to get your body up like that. And the way that she's doing it, she's not really even having you go into full handstands. But yeah, that was a, I got my heart rate up on that for sure. It was a good workout. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know that I did. I always feel a sense of accomplishment when I do something that's hard. We can all do hard things. It's wonderful. But okay, we are done here. I will be back tomorrow. I hope I will see you for day 14 of the challenge. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, if anybody shared or liked or gifted, thank you so much. But more importantly, just thank you for your presence and being a part of my community. I appreciate you very much. Hope you all have a very blessed day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.